What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a brand new bumper build series for this Jeep Commander. So what we're doing for this Commander is we're building a low profile style bumper. It's also going to be getting a swing out for a tire carrier as well as a gas can carrier that's going to go mounted onto that. So what we need to do first is start removing this bumper and then we can start up the template. I just do this outside too. It's fucking beautiful out here today. Looks like we got a star bit here on this end and the other end too. And then these should just all pop off. And under the bumper, we've got this tab, and that one. Same on the other side. When you go to take this bumper off, remember that it's got sensors in the back, 4 of them. You gotta press it up here, and then it'll pull right out. So under the flare, you have this tab, this little clip right here. You're just gonna wanna pop this off too. And then this is the bumper right here connected to the fender flare. And then up in here, you can kind of tell the bumper is just held in by a little tab like clip that you can just pop out on the other side. Once you got everything off, this bumper is just gonna slide back. These tabs get pushed in here, so when you go to take it off, pull straight back and it'll pop off. Another thing that I found out was you can pop these off no problem, and also this one here, but the 2 in the center are behind this entire plastic piece. You can kind of see the sensor there. So what I did was instead I've just disconnected the main harness, which is this block right here. This bumper is something I'm really not used to. It looks like the entire bumper really was held on only by clips. I didn't have to do any unbolting or anything like that, which is cool if you're taking it off, but not cool if you want something stronger on it. So there's these 2 holes right here, and then we've got a matching side right here too. And those will be the mounts that go onto the frame, and that's a lot better than plastic tabs. So for the bumper, as always, we're gonna be following the straight body line right here, which means we don't need the rest of the flare. So I'm gonna tape off and mark all the way across. That way this line right here matches the rest and get that cut off. So now that we've got the flare cut out, I'm gonna go back here and cut along this line. This bracket goes bolted onto these 2 holes here. I took it off, took off the sensor also, and mounted the sensor onto the body here, and just zip tied the wire here so it doesn't hang down. Everything's cut out real good and smoothened up this line here so it's nice and clean. And now I'm gonna repeat this on the other side. Now that the entire bumper is off and each flare has been cut, I can start up the template process for the bumper. So I had come up with a design before where we would have this piece be a face right here, a face here, and then it would go all the way back just like this. But if we do that, we're not gonna have room here for the spindle for the swing out. So I think what I might do instead, we can make it go flat just under the tail light. And then right here, we can have it meet with the end of the bumper, just like this. So by doing that, there's plenty of room for the spindle to be about here, and that way it won't hit anything at all. Another small modification to the original design is we were gonna have this stick out right about here, but if we do that, it's definitely gonna hit this piece here. So I'm gonna bring this out a bit, make it stick out further, and then also that gives us a lot more room for the swing out. Situations like this and scenarios where something doesn't work out is exactly why I'm so adamant about doing a template out of cardboard like this in the beginning of the entire process. That way, if we did run into any hiccups, it would be at least made out of cardboard and we can modify the original design versus it being out of metal, having to start over again and having to weld again and grind again. And that honestly is just more work for no reason. So if you're new to the channel and you're trying to build a bumper, you're trying to build something for your car, or just trying to build anything at all, I highly recommend starting out with a template process, whether it be drawn out on paper, out of cardboard, out of styrofoam, whatever you want. That way you have a rough copy and you can make modifications without adding more work onto what you're already doing. This mount template is done. This one as well. Now I'm gonna get started on the entire piece that goes here. So for this corner of the bumper here, I wanted to kind of replicate this angle and corner from the taillight. So we've got it coming this way, tapering down a little bit. And then that taper, we're gonna maintain it all the way through here and then angle it here all the way across to meet up with the flare. So here's a template of the side. Got this gap going all the way across evenly. Follows the tail light and the body straight to the flare. Now that this entire side of the template is done, I'm gonna work on the other side, basically just replicate all of this, get it on this side, and then we'll be ready for fabrication. Now that this entire side is complete, I can take all of this off, get all the measurements right, start marking all of this onto steel, and then I can get started with fabrication. That is going to be the end of part 1 for this build. In part 2, everything gets cut out, we start fabrication, and it all gets put together. Also, if you didn't already know, I have a brand new online store where you can purchase a t-shirt, a hoodie, or a sticker. And the link to that is going to be in the description of this video and also future videos. Thank you guys very much for supporting the channel, for supporting this business, for subscribing and liking and watching all these videos. See you guys in part 2.